How to keep yourself from taking profit too early. Well, Phil, there could be a couple of reasons why you're taking profit too early. Depends on what the reason is. Your solution will depend on what the reason is. If the reason is you're actually identifying profit targets, the stock is reaching your targets and you're taking your profit as you're supposed to, and the stock just keeps going, that's not a discipline issue. That's a technical analysis issue. And maybe you are identifying the wrong profit targets, but your discipline is solid. You're following your game plan. The opposite would be your profit targets are correct, but you are too impatient and you're scared of a winning trade turning into a losing trade, which would cause you to get out too early and not let the stock get to your targets. Let's say you buy a stock at $10 and you say your profit targets are 11, 12, and 13.50. If the stock gets to 11, you sell some, it gets to like 11.50, then it pulls back to 11, and then you get scared because you're like, oh, I'm up a couple $100. It's better than nothing. Let me just get out now at 11. And then all of a sudden, 30 minutes later, the stock's at 12. And then 3 hours later, it's at 13. Like, you're not following your game plan. It's your discipline that's the problem. And it's really a fear of losing that's causing you to actually get out of the trade too soon. You're trying to save yourself from losing any money. Okay. That's what you're trying to do. But you're actually doing the exact opposite thing because you're not allowing yourself to get paid on trades that you're right. And if you're not going to realize the full potential profit of trades you're right on, but you're always realizing the full loss on trades you're wrong on, you're never going to be consistently profitable because you're going to be losing more money when you're wrong than you make when you're right, which means now you need to have like a 70% win rate just to break even. And that's something that's going to be, you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to have a 70 or 75% win rate. So my advice to you, if that's the reason, then my advice to you would be try, after you get to profit target number 1, try moving your stop loss to break even. So if you buy a stock at 10, it gets to 11, you sell some, move your stop to 10 instantly. Now, what that's going to do is hopefully remove the fear that you have that you're going to lose money on a trade, because now you know it's impossible for you to lose. You're going to walk away from the trade if you get sucked out with a little bit of profit because you already took some off at 11. And hopefully that allows you to kind of remove the anxiety and the fear and let yourself hold long enough for the stock to get to 12. I don't want you to do that forever, because that is prematurely moving your stop loss up and you'll probably get stopped out and the stock will move higher a couple times while you're doing this, but that's okay. We're going to sacrifice that for now because I want you just to get over the fear of losing. That's an exercise to do for yourself. But once you break that fear of losing, or that fear of losing money, then I want you to stop doing that and only move your stop loss up until you get to once you get to profit target number 2, then you can start really moving your stop loss at that point. That's more ideally what I would advise. My advice would be for someone that's struggling with what you're going through.